All right, folks, here we are at the end of December, and we are looking forward to what's going to be showcased in the evening sky and perhaps the morning sky as we look in through early January. So we have Robert Doyle here to walk us through the month of January with all the different celestial objects that we'll see. Thank you for joining me, Robert.
Sure. One unusual event is perihelion, which means closest to the sun on January 2nd, when the Earth is only 91.5 million miles away.
That's it?
Yeah. Now, the reason for our seasons is the tilt of the Earth's axis as we travel around the sun. In early winter, our northern axis is tipped away from the sun, causing the sun to have a low sky height and shorter daylight hours. In early summer, our axis is tipped towards the sun, causing the sun to be high in the sky and to have long daylight hours. So even though we are farther from the sun by only 3% in early summer, the larger amount of solar radiation absorbed raises our temperature a lot. The effect is less pronounced in the southern hemisphere because of the oceans there. Early in the year, the Big Dipper's bowl clears the northern horizon at dusk. Look low in the north then. Each week, more of the Big Dipper is going to come into view. By the end of January, most of the Big Dipper is in sight at dusk. A striking January sky sight at dusk is the summer triangle. First appearing in summer evenings, the three bright stars in the east are white-blue Vega, which is the brightest, Deneb below and to the left of Vega, and lastly Altair, below and to the right of Vega. All through the summer and early fall evenings, this triangular star pattern is in the south. On dark, moonless evenings, the Milky Way runs across the summer triangle. As winter approaches, the summer triangle wheels into the northwest at dusk. Vega sparkles below and to the right. On top is Deneb, also seen as the top star of the Northern Cross. Now, the Northern Cross is much better than the Southern Cross, which is seen from Australia. The most majestic star sight is the gradual appearance of a bright star oval at dusk. First to appear is the three-star belt of Orion the Hunter. On the left side of Orion, the belt is the bright pink star Betelgeuse. To the right is the white-blue star Rigel. A line along the bright belt star points up to the orange star Aldebaran, the eye of Taurus the bull. In mid-January dusk, the dog stars come into view. First to appear is Procyon, the little dog star. Then Sirius, the big dog star, comes. Sirius is the brightest and closest night star seen from this area. In summer, when it's hot, we have the dog days when the sun is close to the dog stars. In late January at dusk, the entire bright star oval comes into view in the southeast. There's only one evening moon planet encounter in January. That's Mars, and it'll be on January 20th, when the moon appears half full in the southwestern sky with Mars below. And that's it for January.
Yeah, and a couple things you mentioned. Perihelion, of course, early January, so the sun will appear slightly larger in the sky because it's slightly closer. And the opposite of that would be in July when it's aphelion, and
yes,
it appears slightly smaller in the sky. But as you mentioned, it's because of the angle the sun is in this, over the southern hemisphere versus the northern hemisphere, which is why it's colder in January, even though the sun is closer to the Earth. So we have the aphelion and the perihelion, so that'll be something for folks to see. And also, you mentioned the dog days, and of course, many people have heard the dog days of summer, the heat and the humidity. So that's the origin of the reference to dog days. It's not because of the heat and the humidity. It's because of what you mentioned,
right?
With the stars. So That's interesting. One other thing we want to mention is that, of course, we have the popular Perseids meteor shower, and then the meteor shower that we just had a couple of days ago. But in January, we have one that's not as bright, or it's a little bit more faint in the sky, and that's the Quant-Ranted meteor shower, correct?
Right. It's from a star group that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's sort of unfamiliar.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Chad.